whenever you think of attending a workshop on business, the first and foremost thing about business that you should know is that it is a wonderful new skill that is going to have for you. Your life is actually on a different level. Okay, it is not as simple as you think. There are two ways people start business. The first one is when someone is successful in their career, that is somewhere in the age of 45 or 50, working for some 20 years or something. They feel that they should do something on their own. They should work for their own. It's enough of working with someone else. Thus people start an industry or an own business. Or someone who is retired from a firm somewhere in 60s feel that my 30 years of experience has a value. I want to start something. So people start something like that. Then there is an option is that your life is fully stuck. You have lost your job. You have nothing else to do. Then people finally find that they should do something of their own and they start business. So when a person is successful and when a person is at a failure in their life, start a business. So the business is an option. Business is something that saves you. Okay, so you students come in between that. You have not failed in your life. You have not yet been successful in your life. So this is an opportunity for students like you to learn about business, come to the aspect of business. So why are we having these entrepreneurial skills? Why are we discussing business in right now is that in the world, and the population of between 20 to 30 are at its peak. So the age between 20 to 30 is a ripe period to do anything. There aren't any much life difficulties for you. There isn't any liabilities for you. So you are fresh from your college. You are energetic, enthusiastic. So this is why this age group is given the most entrepreneurial programs, workshops. Colleges are being funded to conduct entrepreneurship development programs, because that once you complete your basic education, now the basic education right now is up to degree, you may say. Some will go for post graduation. Still, once you complete your basic education, you come to a realization that you have to do something of your own. There was a time when people used to work and then gain experience and do. But the concept of working, the concept of doing business is entirely different right now. Previously, people used to go work and then create an atmosphere for themselves. But nowadays, you have so many options to start a business, to do a business. There are so many people to guide you. There are so many programs to help you. Government is pushing you to do business. So realize that there is a different concept of business right from the government's point of view and your university or college point of view, or the NAC or the gives accreditation. The whole concept of a business, how business is to be taught, is entirely different right now. And you have a lot of options right now in front of you to start something of your own. So realize that business is not something which is entirely different. It can be achieved, it can be done. You can start something of your own, okay, and be successful also. It doesn't matter that many of you may not have a business skill. Many of you may not start a business also. Doesn't mean that you are a failure if you don't start a business. It's okay. If you don't start a business also, it is okay. But the options are available for you to search for yourself whether it is you can start a business or not. The options are there for you. So look around you. There is business all around you. Wherever you look, right now you may be online, you may be in your home. Okay, so in your locality, just go around, see what are the businesses around you. Even the street hawker, like we say, Tatera, is a good business model. The shops that run is a business. Your supermarket, you go and purchase your groceries, your daily requirements, that is a business. So business is not only about manufacturing. Business is something that you do and you give jobs to people and you make a revenue out of it, plus you make a profit out of it. That concept is called business. So you can open your eyes, look around you. You see business everywhere. Everything around you is actually business. So it is, you have yet to realize that, but once you start realizing, then you will understand that there is a business opportunity in every idea, there is a business opportunity in every issue that is available. Whatever knowledge you have, there is a business out of it. Very simple. Very simple aspect of business is that there are so many people who are using internet for their revenue. People who are doing their blogs, people who are having their YouTube channels. That is also a kind of revenue generation. Okay, but there are different people who give jobs to others. So that concept is called a business. You can build a business around any idea, any concept, or anything. Okay, so open your minds when you start thinking about business. Open your minds, open your eyes, start thinking what can be done, what are the issues around you. Whenever you find, whenever you go to a restaurant, or whenever you go to a supermarket, or whenever you go to any place, okay, just see what is happening over there. So how many people are working, what are the kind of activities that they do, what is the time taken to suppose if you are a customer, what is the time taken for you to get a service done. So for example, you go to purchase for now it's summer time, so you may go to purchase an air conditioner, okay, in a home appliance shop. Just see how an home appliance shop, how the person comes and explains you the pros and cons of each air conditioner, how the owner interacts with you, how the billing process is done, what are the what confidence you get in going to one first shop and second shop and third shop, which shop dealer convinces you well. So these are all aspects of business which creates a good positivity. So whenever you go outside, if it's a restaurant also, just see how the waiter interacts with you. What does he ask? How does he ask? What are the food items that is available for them? Same for a supermarket also. Just open your eyes, uh, find out what are the businesses around you, how it is done, what these kind of stuff. So these kind of self-learning methods are always good for you. So by all this, you generate something called as self-realization. That is very much required for a person who is going to start a business, or very much required for a person who is going to do business. First, you have to realize what is your potential, what you can do, what you need, what is the need of your customer. So all these kind of realization, what is your mistake, what are you going to do, what creates responsibility for you, and what is the responsibility that deals with you. So what is needed to be a business person, you have to have a realization that are you a business person or not. If you are not a business person, there are methods, there are workshops that can create a lot of positiveness in you. So you may not be a naturally born business person, you may not be born in a business family, or you may not have any business skills. Still, with these workshops, with these programs, you can develop so many skills which you can use. So if you have a self realization that you are fit for business, you can go on with that. Even if you are fit for business, to assure so many things where you're doing correctly, you can attend these programs. If you don't have a business skill, you want to try whether you want to have a business skill, you can attend these programs. So you should dream. There is nothing wrong in dreaming. There was a time when people say that you shouldn't dream beyond your capability. You shouldn't dream beyond your capability. You shouldn't dream beyond your achievable nature. Those are all old sayings. We don't need to stick on with those conventional thoughts. We can go on a different track right now. You can dream. You can dream of becoming anyone. But you should have the correct potential in you. You should do things correctly. Only then you can achieve. So the basic concept right now in business is that yat bhavam tat bhavati. You become what you believe. So the first thing that you have to do is you have to believe in whatever you do. That's the first thing. Believe in your dreams. Open your eyes and see your dreams. Then you will become what you believe. So these are the qualities of an entrepreneur, or the skills that an entrepreneur requires. You can, as I explained, you can evaluate yourself how these qualities are there for you. If you don't have a certain quality, then you can go on developing that quality or understanding each and every quality aspect of an entrepreneur. The first one is that entrepreneur takes initiative. When someone asks you something, so someone says that can you do it or can it be done, only an entrepreneur will say yes, we can do it. It may not be possible for you, but you may find a certain method or certain area or certain aspect where you can work on, but still the answer is yes. If it is not possible, you have to say no. That is another thing. Wherever you want to say no, you should learn to say no also, but still an entrepreneur will take initiative, will go on searching for it, how it can be done. An entrepreneur will always hunt for opportunities, different opportunities that can be done, an opportunity grabber. So that is another skill. So whenever you deal with so many things, if you find that an opportunity is there for you and you take that opportunity, then you have an entrepreneur skill. So your yes and no will be spontaneous, but that yes and no will have so many inputs behind you. You may be thinking around 100 things before saying a yes and no. But for an entrepreneur, you may feel that entrepreneur is saying it very fast. But an entrepreneur takes time, thinks what are the aspects that can be done, how it can be done, and what effect will come to me. All these things will be taught by an entrepreneur who have a natural skill. So a person who has a natural skill will always say yes and no spontaneously, but there will be a lot of thought process happening behind his or her back. Okay, there will be a lot of thought process will be there, and any issue will be converted to a solution. You may not get always, you may not get a clear aspect of what is happening. So an entrepreneur who has a natural skill will quickly have a solution for a problem. So this is a very important aspect of an entrepreneur, important skill needed for an entrepreneur, because a client may be talking, a customer may be talking. So in any case, there may be an issue. There may be issue of how a program is to be conducted, or how a product is to be there, or how a service is to be done. All these kind of issues will be there. So an entrepreneur will always find solutions. It may be out of the box, it may be within the box, it may be combining so many things, but whatever it is, finding solutions to issues. A successful entrepreneur will be a person who always hunts for issues. If you're an entrepreneur, your first thing that you have to think, you have to hunt for issues. If your firm doesn't have issues, then there is something issue with you as an entrepreneur, because there will be issues around you. You cannot run away from issues. So finding solutions to problems is a biggest challenge, and if you have a natural skill for that, then of course you are an entrepreneur. You can have workshops, training programs to develop that skill. It takes time, but still you can. Then all these things we are saying that how you can approach or how you can get a business, how you can do a business. But there are so many other things called quality of work. A person may be good in business, you may be good in talking, you may be good in convincing, but if you cannot deliver a work which has quality, obviously you're going to fail. There is no doubt in that. There was an old concept that you can adulterate something or do something and somehow make money. All those days are over. Now it is a market-driven economy. Now it is a customer-driven economy. So in a market-driven economy, in a customer-driven economy, your quality of work is very important. Unless and until you do a work which has a quality, definitely you're going to get out of the market. You may make money, you may get so many attention at the initial stage, but if you want to stay here for longer duration, your work quality should be at prime. There's no doubt. Okay, so your quality should not be affected by anything. You should always give attention to that of what you do, and commitment is another very important aspect in a customer driven or a market driven economy. If you commit to something, you have to do it. There may be unforeseen things happening. You may things maybe go out of control. All those things are understandable. But other than that, when you have a commitment, when you say to a person that yes, it can be done, we'll do so and so things, or we'll give you so and so product on a so and so date, that is a commitment. So that is a very important skill an entrepreneur will have, is to commitment to your word, commitment to your work, commitment to every aspect that you do. So that is an important quality. Then comes an important quality, that influential. That is, a person who is doing business, you should be able to influence people into business. Because wow, that person is doing, wow, they have built a good business unit. So those kind of influential aspects should be there for an entrepreneur. So these kind of skills you should develop, where you can influence others to come to business. You may do a business for your living, you may do business because you have a business potential, but you have to ensure that others are also onto it. Not just you have to push people, but you have to do it and influence them. That yes, this is a concept, this is a possibility. And there was an old concept that if so many people come to business, then your business will go down, your profit will go low. No, when there are more people to business, the whole mindset of business, the whole mindset will be changed for an entire population. So everyone will understand every business. So that is actually good. Then your skill you need is that efficiency. Your quality should be there, everything should be there, but again, your efficiency to do so many things, your ability to commit to so many things, your percentage of success rate, all these are important factors. How well you can put forward a product or a service, that is very important. Then self-confidence. This is again a very important. I'm not talking about overconfidence. When we say attitude, people make it confused with overconfidence. But self-confidence is a kind of attitude where you say that yes, I can do this. No, I will not do this. I will only go with these moral values. I will not go beyond my ethics. Even if you're going to give me so much money, I'm not going to go beyond my ethics. All these kind of aspects you should develop with your confidence, with your understanding of yourself. So these kind of self-confidence is what you can do, what you cannot do, what you should do, what you must do. All these things should be there in your mind before saying a yes and no. Then when you do business, or when you go into starting a business, or when you think of a business, or when you have a business potential, the first thing that you should always have a mind to observe and monitor. Whenever you're going to a supermarket, just observe what are the things happening. How much time does it take for a rack to be filled, or how many people are there in each section. When you go to a restaurant also, just see how many tables are there, how many people are sitting on that, how many waiters are there, what is the time taken to serve a person, what is the time taken for a customer to sit there and for billing, yours and different customers, how many products are there. When you go to a movie theater, just monitor what are the activities to be done. The cleaning is done, then someone is checking your tickets. Then after that, if you're going for a 3D movie, you are given a 3D glass by someone. So there are 3 people involved. Then again, how the process there's a projector is there. All these aspects, how much time does it take, what is the cleaning to be done, what are the food counters that is available. Continuous monitoring, just monitor and observe what is happening around you, how many people are involved in each and every aspect of that. The entrepreneur skill will have a natural way of observing things. Okay, then planning. Planning is very important. There is a joke that you plan something, you do that, finally the plan goes south, and finally you change the plan and you do something and be successful. There is a comedy like that. But even with them, you should have a plan. What product are you going to do, or what is your business model? What is the business plan that you have to do? This is my first step. I will be trying with these kind of products. It may be an engineering prototype, it may be a food product, or it may be kind of normal domestic kind of product. But whatever it is, this is my first step. these are the products that I will be trying, or these are the services that I will be providing. These are the based on my team skill, I can provide these kind of services. Once I have reached this, then I will target for so many other things. So these are the machineries that I needed to start my manufacturing. Or sometimes I may not go into manufacturing. I may go into B2B. I may be a supplier of raw materials. I may be a supplier to another industry who's going to do the manufacturing. Or I may be supplying a semi-finished product which is used by another industry. Okay, so I may be an intermediate industry. I may not deal with any customers, end product customers. I may deal with other business people. Those are called B2B, business to business. Business to business is there, and business to customer is there. Okay, so you can do a business to business also. There's no need that you need to be on the customer end of the service. So that planning is very much needed. Where do you stand in your business? What do you do in your business is very important. Then obviously you should have targets. Targets that you can achieve. You can dream higher. You can target that you can be the best company in India. You can target that you want to be like Reliance. You can target that you want to be like Tata. You can target you want to be like Lulu. No issues. You can put a target like that. You can dream, but you can dream big, but you can put small targets. Yes, I will be doing these kind of thing within this time. After 3 years, I will target the so and so things. I will be targeting so and so clients. I will be targeting so and so companies to have business with me. So those kind of small targets you can work on. Okay, so that target oriented work is important for an entrepreneur. Then welfare. However you do business, whatever qualities if you have, if you don't have the quality of doing welfare to others,
Confidence,
then obviously there is no point
target-oriented
for you to
inquiry.
do business, because you should have the mind to work for someone. A business person is someone actually who is working for
പുള്ളി
someone.
പറഞ്ഞ ഒന്നോ രണ്ടോ
You
വാക്ക്
are
എന്തെങ്കിലും
starting
കിട്ടിക്കോ.
a business to make profit, obviously you are doing it for you, but again you are starting a business to give jobs to someone. You are starting a business to provide service to someone. You are starting a business to provide quality products to your customers. So you are actually working for someone else. You are working for the benefit of someone. You want people to find their solutions to their issues. So you are ensuring that your customers are happy, their issues are getting solved. So the welfare point of view is
Yes.
very important. Welfare of your customer also.
If no more questions,
Okay,
അപ്പൊ പറയാം.
then you have to think your concept, your who you are. You may be a dreamer, you may be a blamer. Okay, you may be a starter, you may good be starting, but you don't know how to move around. So understand what concept are there in you. You may be a peak performer. You may not start, you may not do something, but you will perform like everyone. Okay, so there you may be a peak performer. You may not do hard work, you may do smart work. You make easy money will be there for you. So those kind of smart work will be there. Sometimes you may be just a player. You may not initiate, you may not stand up in a crowd or anything, but you may be a very good team player. Okay, you may be a dominator. Okay, then you may be a perfectionist. You will not know how you do, what volume you do, but if you're doing a very small volume also, you will you will go behind those very small details and be perfect in it. You may be a leader, you may be a team leader, you may guide everyone, you may inspire everyone. So a entrepreneur should have all these qualities. But if anyone is there in your team also, you have to understand that these are the general qualities of people around you, and you have to categorize people with this. And if you are a good team leader, you have to ensure you make a balance between all these people in your team. So, in order to understand what you are, how you are, and what is your performance, you have to have an SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis of yourself and your business firm. Okay, since you are students right now, you are trying to be an entrepreneur, you are attending all these programs. Even if you find go for a job or go for MSc or even go start a business, you do this SWOT analysis on yourself. Find your strengths, write down what are your strengths, what are your skills, what are your plus points, what you can do. write down your weaknesses, you're bad in communication or bad in doing, or you're arrogant, or even you have a kind of irritating character. Write down all those things. Sometimes your strength will be very good in communication. You may be flexible with people. Your opportunities will be based on your strength, your skills. So I can do these kind of things. I have so many contacts. I can start a business. I have initial capital for that. I can assure capital for that. I have opportunities for it. Then threats. I am located in a very remote area. I cannot start a business which can attract affluent crowd or something like that. Okay, or your threat is entirely different. It may depend upon any socio-economical issues. So find out everything, even your individual as well as a business that you feel to start. Do SWOT analysis. This is very important. You will get your self-realization when you do SWOT analysis. This will always help you in your life. So when you do all that, the life of an entrepreneur is actually an entirely different thing. As to sum up to what all I said, entrepreneur will always have a passion to work. That energy will be there, that extra passion will be there. Will always critically evaluate everything. It may not be finding faults in everything, but critically evaluating what is an aspect, what is an issue, how it can be solved, what are the aspects of that. Those kind of critical evaluation will be there. An idea will be born every second. Idea is very important. So it may be stupid, it may be crazy, it may be funny, but still work on an idea is very important. Then an entrepreneur has potential people. Yes, this is a person who can be used for our firm. So this kind of handpicked potential will be there. Better prospect will be there. An entrepreneur will always embrace failure. Okay, that is very important. You will fail. Definitely when you start business, you will fail. You will always hear good stories of people being successful. But there are failures. You will fail. You will only learn something when you fail. So there is nothing wrong in being a failure. You have to learn from that. That is important. Then there will be criticism. There will be people blaming you. Learn from that. Evolve from that. Then entrepreneur will always support others. Good decision making. Uncertainty is almost certainty that is going to happen to you. Enjoy that. Imperfection is also called perfection. Imperfection, when you compare imperfection, if only 80% is there, 80% is perfect by its own 80%. Okay, then risk taking ability, then finding issues are always converted to opportunities. Ready to learn new things. It is not that when you start a business you have achieved something, you need not learn. No, you have to constantly keep learning. Then interactions, finding the possibility in any impossible solution. Then life is an exploration. There is no time for an entrepreneur to get bored, because entrepreneur will be busy doing so many things or trying to find different, learn to different new things and finding solutions. Non-linear pattern, chaos will lead to transformation. Then courage is an important factor. Time is actually a very important aspect of an entrepreneur. But someone entrepreneur invests in money as well as time. Okay, so it's all about how you do things, what you do, when you do, why you do is secondary. How you do is very important. Innovation in whatever you do, that is an inborn talent. If you have to find innovation in different things, you have to be calm and cool when you're an entrepreneur. Okay, then hard work is understandable, but smart work is always something that an entrepreneur will enjoy. An entrepreneur will be ready to be a player as well as a spectator. Then broad spectrum initiative. It need not be on a single aspect. Can think on a different aspect. Dream is seen with full open eyes, with full wakefulness of that. And when you're making a product or a service, it should find a solution to an issue. Okay, so idea, knowledge, and solution. These are very important when you start something or when you think of business. Before I close down the session, just give you a few things about my firms. Foodastha is actually a food technology consultancy firm. We do consultancy on all areas of food business, like production, quality assurance. We do startup services. We do training on all aspects: branding, trademark, digital marketing. We have a product like Agmizu on a food brand. We have a entrepreneurship dedicated training programs. We have a cloud kitchen. Then we do consultancy. A lot of training programs are done. We also have, okay, then another firm is called completely related to food safety training, CI, and approved by Quality Council of India. We have a biogenic lab, which is a testing facility for food and water. So if many of you are not related to food related professions, you may be thinking why I'm saying about food, because every person consumes food. So even though if you may or may not be a food professional, everyone consumes food. So all these aspects in your everyday at least 2 or 3 times. Okay, so you can save my number. Whatever doubt you have, you can contact me. If you don't get by call, you can give me a WhatsApp text. I always reply in WhatsApp. I hope these concepts that I said, it's a very small thing. Usually, entrepreneurship training program is actually a 6-day program. Summing up all that in 30 minutes time is actually a big hurdle.